Hi everyone. This is a video on awakening to our awareness. And let's just remember that the very first of the Eightfold Path is about ahimsa, which is the practice of compassion. So in our first video we talked about tending and befriending the body. So for this video, we're going to do about a 20 to 25 minute series that really continues to reinforce how being in the present moment and being in our body is in fact tending and befriending. It's being present with what is. And I'm going to read you 3 different quotes on resilience that really speak to how if we can be efficient with how we place our attention, we can really grow those places in our body and support resilience and compassion. And it doesn't mean exiling or discounting those negative emotions. It actually means being in the body. So it's really wonderful how much resilience there is in human nature. Let any obstructing cause, no matter what, be removed in any way, even by death. We fly back to the first principles of hope and enjoyment. Bram Stoker. Strong people alone know how to organize their suffering so as to bear only the most necessary pain. Emile Dorian. I spent most of my young adult years postponing many of the small things that I knew would make me happy. I was fortunate enough to realize that I would never have the time unless I made the time. And then the rest of my life began. Chris Peterson. Congratulations on making the time to be with what is. Let's begin our practice. So I'm going to invite you into a breath practice first, and then we'll just observe the effects of that breath practice. So sit tall. You can remove the flesh behind your sit bones so that your tailbone is planted. You might like to add a lift, so maybe a towel, a bolster. Today I'm just sitting planted on the ground with nothing else. We'll take our ring finger and our middle finger together and drop them down like so. And we'll take the forefinger onto the third eye center, right above the 2 eyebrows. And we'll take the thumb and depress the thumb into the right nostril and inhale through the left until we're full. We'll take the pinky, depress the left nostril, exhale out the right, open up the right thumb. Inhale long. When you get to the top, depress the thumb, open the pinky, exhale out. Keep going. Inhale. Press pinky, open thumb. Inhale, belly bright. Exhale, let go. Inhale, belly, rib cage, heart bright. Exhale, let go. Soften the jaw, inhale. Pause at the top, exhale out. Inhale, full breath. Exhale out right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale out the right. Please close your eyes. Turn the palms up, the thumb over the forefinger, and relax the shoulders. Just tune into your normal breathing. So noticing the cold air entering through the nose. Exhale out the nose. You can add a slight whisper in the back of the throat. Inhale. Exhale, slight constriction, back of the throat, like a fogging of the mirror. Longer breath, ujjayi, constriction in the back of the throat. Belly bright. Exhale. Let the spine be tall. Inhale. Exhale, follow the breath all the way out. Staying attentive to compassion here. Exhale, letting go of anything that's not serving. Following the winds of your own breath. Exhale to soften. Just take a moment to just be in awareness, normal breathing now. Steadying the mind and allowing yourself to turn towards yourself, turn towards your heart, turn towards your divine guide that rests within your heart and within all things. And if thoughts are there, we don't need to push them away. We just notice them and don't engage. So detach. Stay breathing. So starting with the outer layer of the body, we're aware of the skin and the flesh that surrounds the bones. We're aware of our breathing. We're in awareness of the whole body connected to the earth. There is no place to go, there's nowhere to be but here now in the body. And we might notice the rise and the fall of the rib cage, the belly, and the softening, the surrendering on the exhale breath. So this is our object of attention, just breathing in and out through the nose. And the practice is to experience what's happening without judgment. Evoking this curiosity, receptivity. So let's continue with a little bit of movement, staying present, responsive if the thoughts kick up, but inviting in a replacement of compassion. So let's take our hands together in front of the heart to set our intention. So remembering, planting the seed where we'd like to go. So in this case, we're just practicing being in our breath, being in our body. And we'll link the body to movement, the breath to movement, vinyasa. So let's get up to the top of the mat. And again, building on our last practice, stepping the feet and pressing down. This time, I'm your facilitator and your guide. So listen to my voice. I will be practicing with you. But see if you can refrain from looking outside yourself for solutions, but rather just follow my voice, follow your own breathing. So we'll practice this in movement. Press the feet down, soft with the knees, but strong in your support, so that we're grounding the energy here. And then inhale, the belly bright, but reach the arms up and over the head to follow the breath to the top. At the top of the breath, the fingertips come together, and then we exhale and we draw the energy back down into the heart center. We're going to do this 2 more times. Arms by your side. Inhale, draw and reach the arms in a circular motion all the way to the top of the breath, drawing the energy down right to the heart center. Arms by your side. Inhale, tracing the arms open, maybe lifting the heart, lifting the belly a little higher. Little tiny back bend here. Exhale, draw the thumbs down to the center. And we're going to add on here. So this time, let's take the arms by the side, and we're going to open them up on an inhale, and then draw the heart open. Tuck the belly, but reach the heart, reach the head back. And then we're going to trace the fingertips up and over, and exhale as we follow them down with these nice soft knees. Inhale to glide the heart open. Press the feet down. Lift the tail a little higher so that we can engage the legs. Exhale to fold. And then we're going to round up. 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, the heart open. Sitting back, creating a back bend. Exhale, reach the fingertips up and over, forward fold. Inhale to glide the heart open. You can take the hands to the shins or the thighs. Exhale to fold, rounding up 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, heart open, reaching the shoulders back, opening up the heart. Reach the hands up and over, tuck the belly, exhale. Inhale to open heart. Exhale to fold. Follow your breath. Inhale. The neck and the head come last. Resting right over your unbound, receptive, open heart. Let's add on, but let's add a little bit of effort and concentration. So let's inhale the left leg up, reaching the arms up, and make a vessel with the hands. Find your balance. So if the mind kicks up here, this is part of life. This is where we have to meet ourselves in awareness of breath, our steadiness. So we can start to bring the arms down and lift the back foot up. Knee bend. And just play kindly with the balance. Come back to center, knee back up. Find your balance. You can have a wall if you need to. Lift the knee. One more time. Take the balance. Bring the fingertips down. Lift the left leg up. Knee bend. Come back to center. With that vessel, lift the knee. Take the hands down. Close your eyes. Feel the left and the right side of the body. And notice what you notice. Maybe the heart kicked up, maybe the mind kicked up. Can you observe it without needing to attach to it? Let it go. And practice receptivity and groundedness, compassion in favor of attaching to a story. Open your eyes again. Shift your weight to the other foot. Lift up the right knee. Bring your arms up overhead. And just notice the difference of the challenge here to maintain balance. And at any time you like, you can begin to experiment with this balance. But see if you can do it in slow motion, because it's actually a little bit more challenging to do something that you're not accustomed to doing. So whether you're practiced at this, at balance for some reason because you're a dancer or a yogi of some sort, see if you can make this a new challenge for you. Steady. Steady with your breath. Steady with the movement. Steady with your awareness of being in the present moment. Every aspect of the challenge. Lower your foot down. Notice both sides now. A little bit of energy here. The heartbeat. So we're going to step the left foot back. Both feet are forward. The hips are like headlights, so hug into the center from your feet. So draw the energy from your feet without engaging the toes. Let the energy lines turn on and legs towards the bone. So we're using the outside layer of the nesting doll here, which is the physical layer of the body. And prana, so we're invoking our breath. So we can take the hands behind us to open up the heart a little bit more, a little back bend, but lift the belly, press down into your feet, lift the heart a little higher, soften the knees, not to hyperextend. Now let's come down into a forward fold. The right hip makes their way back. So this might be enough challenge right here, because you might be stiff or tight. So lift the heart, lift the belly a little higher, and just stay here. And like before, we're approaching our edge with curiosity, strength, courage, acceptance. And if you have it available to you, you might go a little deeper because it might feel good. But pause in the next edge. Invite in curiosity. And if you're very flexible, make your way down, but do it with awareness. So my hip just turned on. So I'm not going to push beyond because that's activated, right? So I'll back away a little bit, hug into the center, and maybe there's a different approach. So I come down and pause here. Pause where you feel the best edge. So I might back away a little bit, maybe a little bit more, and then come back up. So my hip was very ignited after my hike today. Maybe yours is too. Or maybe it's just a brand new sensation. So listen to your body. Unwind. Step to the top of the mat. Close your eyes. And feel what's authentic for you, not what somebody else's experience is. Feel your own breath rise and fall. And notice the parts of you that are easy to accept. Maybe the parts that are harder. Yoga has a tendency to kick those things up. Preference, non-preference, judgment. But we let them go. The practice is to let them go. They're just thoughts. So it's how we approach ourselves. It's our own inner mirror. So remembering your intention, and we'll switch sides. Both feet forward. You might try a new shape, so taking both elbows together might lift the heart. Maybe you switch the clasp of the hands. Whatever feels good, but hug into the center from your feet. Lift the belly, lift the heart. And then come into a forward fold. The left hip makes its way back, the knees are soft. And find that first edge. Invite in curiosity, compassion, and breath. The belly becomes bright on the inhale. And surrendering and letting go of anything that's not serving you on the exhale. Back away when backing away is needed. Find the place of effort you could stay for a while. Feel your steady breath supporting you. And when you feel ready, come back up, step to the top of the mat, and just notice the evenness of your stance here, your mountain. Be present in what's alive for you. We're going to come down to all fours. So the wrists are right underneath the shoulders, the knees are right underneath the hips. We'll inhale the heart open and drop the belly. Exhale, let's lift the center. So the belly button lifts up, the shoulders widen, the forehead lifts towards the heart, and the hips come in and forward. Inhale to round the back, lift the heart, the tailbone reaches, the heart is bright. Exhale, lift belly towards spine, round the heart, drop the forehead. Inhale to glide. Exhale to round. And pause in the center. Take the feet together, drop back into a child's pose. You can take your elbows forward and reach the fingertips if you like. The forehead may drop to the ground. Can you feel the belly rise and fall here? Ignite the fingertips and press them into the mat if you like to open up the shoulders a little bit more. The elbows may come off the ground. Feel a little opening in the heart center, maybe dropping the heart a little further. There may be an uncomfortable sensation. So uncomfortable sensations are fine, but we need to breathe into them to support whatever is arising in this edge. Now, pain is another source that we don't want. So if you have pain, back away. But let the breath
Turn towards the sensation. The inward gaze of what's happening now. And see if you can follow any places in the body that are shifting. We're going to add a little bit of opening here. So lifting the hands, bringing the elbows forward. Take the prayer position right on the back of the head. So this should create an opening in the shoulders. The hips sink back. The shoulders open up a little bit more. So find again that edge that works for you. You make the adjustments based on your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Take the hands down. We're going to walk the fingertips over to the left corner of the mat, and your left hand is going to be longer than the right. Soften the right shoulder and reach the left, and then the left hip drops down, so creating a line from the fingertips through the rib cage on the left side. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're opening up the spine here, creating space on the left side of the body. We hold a lot of tension in our ribs, so we're breathing into them. Breathing into the sensation. Walk your fingertips over to the other side. Drop your hips to the right and reach the right arm long. You might even assist that opening because the shoulder might be stiff. But the right hip makes its way back down. We breathe into the rib cage on the right. So there's these new edges of, can we let go a little bit more? Patterning is gripping or holding onto what's not needed. It's normal. So we let go intentionally with compassion and kindness of any places in the body that feel sticky. And we know we are safe here, telling the body that we are in a container of our house, the ground, and we can face uncertainty by just being present, being in the body, cultivating kindness. Come on back to center. Let's roll up and sit back. Sit back on your heels. You could, if you'd like, you could web the feet. So this is where we carry a lot of tension too. So can you be in awareness of your breath here? Turn the palms up. A different kind of challenge. So I'm feeling a lot of sensation here. So I'm tuning into a place of calm that I know well, the breath. If it feels like too much, another offering would be to come to this place. And you might open up the knees a little bit and the feet engage here. And then let the tailbone drop down a little bit more and just feel the feet web in this way. So opening up the feet. So the energy again, we're drawing from the earth, hugging into the center, whether we're here or here. We're hugging the energy in from the center, lifting up the pelvic floor, the belly to the spine, the heart rising. And we'll prepare for our next shape. So let's all come up together. The thumb comes forward, the fingertips drop. The thighs lift off the knees, and the toes are planted. We're going to create a little back bend here. So let the tailbone drop a little bit more, lift the belly, lift the heart. And just find a back bend that works for you. Let the thighs be the support. Let the tailbone drop a little bit more. And lift the heart a little bit higher. So you're slowly making a C shape with the body. You're opening the heart and you're breathing. This might be just enough for you. Can you stay steady in this back bend? Soften and surrender into the place that works for you. And when you feel ready, slowly come out. Feel the sensation of unwinding. We'll untuck the toes and drop back into our child's pose. Feeling into this pose of a child with the heart towards the thighs, the breath in the back body. Slowly coming back up. We're going to add on. So come back to all fours. Step your right foot forward. Scooch your left knee back. So just like we were when we were standing, we're going to now take our right hip back. But we're going to practice pressing down into the front foot and yielding to the left thigh. Now, if you have an uncomfortable knee, you can fold the mat like so. If you have blocks, that's a really nice time to press down into some blocks. I'm just going to take my fingertips here and demonstrate without. So the tailbone makes its way down, and we're finding our just right effort, the one that works for us. It might be that we're just unfolding into this lunge shape. If you're a runner, you might feel a lot here. If you're not a runner and you sit a lot, you're going to feel a lot. So let's lift our heart, tuck the belly, let the tailbone drop a little bit more, and just navigate pressing down in that front foot and letting whatever's unfolding to happen. Practice presence. Presence in your breath. And if it feels like it's available to you, come on up, take the hands to the thigh. Otherwise, keep your fingertips down. Again, keep unfolding into the shape that works for you. There's effort here. And there's also ease available. Can you find a place where you can rest into your breathing, even with challenge? This is a metaphor for the practice of mindfulness in life. Effort and ease in this breath. Let's take the hands down. I'm going to unfold my mat. And let's sit back, but let's bring the toes towards the heart of the front leg. Start to walk your hands to the center. And this is where we're going to rest. So we're opening up the back line of the right foot, the right leg. Breathing here. So the crown wants to make its way taller. The tailbone wants to find its way down towards the earth. And we're breathing into the sensation of the back line of the leg. So again, possible that this could activate a lot of challenge. Soften the knee. Back away 5%. 10% if you need to. Maybe you move between this shape because movement is more supportive. So back and forth. But just notice the sensations. Don't do it out of habit. Create new pathways by breathing into the sensation of whatever's arising. So we are a society of preference. And we like to move towards what feels good and avoid discomfort. In this practice, we allow what's present and get curious because we know that movement and breathing together, this union, is what helps us change patterns. Unhealthy negative patterns, reactivity. So we'll pause here. We'll take both legs back. Take your knees down, or you can pop them up if you want a little challenge. And then just lower the heart towards the mat. Press the toenails down, lift the heart. You can take the fingertips and just pull them towards you or lift them up. And have a little back bend here. Exhale, come through all fours. Step the left foot forward for your lunge. Tent your fingers. You can assist the left hip back and find a pressing of the left foot now, a meeting of the right thigh with your breath. Letting your heart lead the way rather than your head. And just riding on the winds of your own precious, innate breath, intuition. There is no right, there is no wrong here. All we have is this moment. So let's play with the other side. So lift the toes, take the hip back, lift the heart. The whole back body is nice and long. If you want to move back and forth because that's more supportive than stillness, then equate yourself, befriend yourself in these two shapes. I'm going to pause here and just breathe into the back line of the left leg. Let things unfold as they will. Notice any sensations of comfort and discomfort gets to be there. Can I meet it with acceptance? Choose to be present in my breath rather than my mind. Offering compassion. Let's come forward again. Take the left foot back, knees up or down, lower. You can inhale, and if you're ready, you can open the heart, lift a little higher. Hug into the center from here. Come through all fours, or straight to an upside down V shape. Feel into your body now. Breathing into the back lines of the legs. The elbows turn towards the heart. You're pressing away from the fingertips, the thumb and the forefinger. But there's an interchange between effort and ease here. You know exactly what you need. Breathe into the whole body. Step, walk, or hop, feet to hands. Pause in your forward fold. Give yourself a nice big hug. The knees can be soft, but the feet are engaged in the earth. Let the head hang and let go on the exhale. Let go of the back body, the back of the spine, the back of the legs. Let go. Come down to the mat. Come down to the back body. Take the legs out in front of you. Turn the palms up. And feel. Let the feet hang out. Let the palms be warm. Let the shoulders drop. Breathe in, belly bright. What are you aware of now? Present with what is present. So as you rest here, you might notice subtle sensations, subtle emotions. And see if you can refrain from any thoughts or analysis. And just be curious about the subtlety of the next layer that unfolds, which is just the emotional layer, the energetic layer. Letting your heart lead the way. Your intuition. Whole body bright. What's happening now? Can you just receive the benefits of the earth? Surrender a little bit more. Now, just mindfully move the fingertips and the toes. Maybe move your ankles around and just feel the effects of just that little bit of movement. The wrists. And just waking up either into your evening or your day, depending on when you practiced. You can glide your feet towards your hips and just move your knees side to side for a little bit of a twist. Maybe your head likes to roll. So any kind of twist is really good for change. So accepting this new moment, this new experience. And then rolling to one side. Come on up to seated. We'll just be here briefly. And then bring your hands again back to the center of you. And through the gazing of your inner landscape, just notice what arises for you. And in this point of integration, we just notice. Our intention was just to become more aware of what's present. And the integration is weaving together what happened. So noticing now what's alive for you. What is present? And from that information, so maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's an image, maybe it's a calling to have a conversation, maybe you're noticing you need more time for yourself.
whatever it is, decide. Direct your intention when you leave this mat to take that next right action based on what you're finding out from your body, your heart, and your spirit. So when you have that integration, we'll complete our practice. May our every thought, our every word, and our every action be a reflection of our highest good